Hello, my name is Paul Vorbach. I'm Managing Director at Academy Global, an adjunct academic at the Australian Graduate School of Management here at the University of New South Wales. I'm also the Academic Director for the AGSM Mastering the Private Equity Playbook, Navigating Growth and Delivering Value Executive Program to be held in Sydney from November the 27th to the 29th of this year. I'm delighted to be joined by Peter Croft, a seasoned CEO of companies that have been through the private equity acquisition. So he has a depth of experience in the field from a senior executive's perspective. So Peter, what is this program about and who is it for?
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Just to give a bit of context, over the last 10 years or so, the number of businesses that are owned by private equity firms globally has more than doubled. And the amount of money that's gone into private equity firms to help them buy those companies has more than tripled. And that's outpaced the growth of the total amount in public equities around the world. So there's a lot of money flowing into private equity for the purposes of driving company acquisition and delivering growth for the investors. One of the major hurdles that the private equity funds have in growing those businesses and getting the outcomes they need is access to the right people to run them. As you can imagine, in doubling the number of companies they have over that period and not being able to double the number of people they have to run them, that creates a real choke point at value creation. So the Mastering Private Equity program that addresses that critical skills deficit in leadership and management of PE-owned platform companies. So working for a private equity-owned platform company, it's fast-paced and it can be an energizing experience, and that can expand the capability and fuel your own personal growth and business networks. With that involvement comes potential for equity participation too. So as those companies grow, individuals working at senior leadership in those companies can participate in that growth and get the benefit of that added value by way of equity participation. So not only from a professional perspective at expanding your networks and expanding your own capability, working as a senior leader in a private equity owned platform company can be personally very lucrative as well. So the sort of people that this course is intended for, it's really intended for career executives seeking a role in a senior role in a private equity owned company, prospective CEOs who would like to lead a platform company and who may have experience working for an otherwise private company or a listed company, but want to transform into the world of private equity. Aspiring non-executive directors who see themselves as being able to guide one of these platform-owned companies. These are all critical roles that private equity firms need filled so that they know they've got the best talent running their investments. And also professional advisors and consultants working within PE. There's a huge ecosystem of people, lawyers, financial advisors, risk managers, etc., who sit around private equity firms and their platform companies that help guide them and guide their growth. That's a large ecosystem of talent that's required by private equity firms that's often very hard to fill. And this program is really designed at equipping the participants with the skill and knowledge they need to play their role in that talent pool.
Thanks, Peter. Let me now share some key details that you'll need to know about. This workshop will be run as a 3-day intensive in-person program at 3 Spring Street in the Sydney CBD. A number of Australia's leading private equity experts, including PE partners of top law firms and consulting firms, together with finance academics from the University of New South Wales, will be joining us throughout the program, thus providing you with a well-rounded, academically rigorous, yet practical, industry-informed learning experience. Following your attendance across all 3 days of the program, you'll receive a digital credential and gain formal recognition and credits towards the AGSM MBA and other postgraduate qualifications. A feature of the program is our midweek networking event for participants to network with and hear from several partners of leading private equity firms who will share some frank and fearless insights over an after-dinner moderated discussion. For further details and to enrol, please scan the QR code on screen. Please note that there's an early bird offer of 20% off before the 15th of November. Peter and me and our guest speakers are looking forward to seeing you on the 27th of November.